Hi, welcome to Local Labs Postmortem meeting. Here we have Alexandra, Nectaria, and Unji, myself, to talk about the translation project that we did for Bialetti. Bialetti is an Italian coffee equipment manufacturer that provides Mocha Express as a signature product. So they requested us to localize the article code of Mocha Pod on the induction hub when tradition is renewed, which was published on Bialetti's website into Korean, Greek, and Spanish. Aside from the requested translation, we provided additional linguistic assets as well. So the final deliverables include 1 copy-edited source text, 3 article translations, 1 glossary including 3 languages, 1 term-based in XM format, and 3 translation memories and 1 general style guide. Let me explain what process was. There were 4 stages till the final delivery. The first stage was preparation, which started with a kickoff meeting with the client and linguistic technical prep, mostly Trados setup in this case. Then we went to the production stage, actual translation and editing work, then move on to the format and review. At this stage, we made sure that we got some feedback from the client and reflected on it before the final delivery. After delivering all the deliverables, we set up about a month as a follow-up period. While working with the Trados, we've learned a few important lessons. We created an umbrella project with all 3 target languages. There were significant advantages that we will present in detail. We encountered issues with configuring packages. We delivered using a workaround and finally figured out the proper way to set up a package for future jobs. We will present the setup later in our video.
Hi, everybody. I am Nectaria. It was an exciting opportunity to work on this team project with Alexandra and Unji. As Unji mentioned, our Trados project was set up with all 3 target languages together. Project creation did not present any issues. Once the project was ready, batch processing was available for running analysis, pseudo translation, pre-translation, and verification. From a project manager's perspective, this is an ideal situation. These pre- and post-production operations do not require a target language speaker. They are indispensable for localization workflows that integrate Trados and are often processed separately for each language. Analysis gives us the word count in a report format to be used both for quoting clients and creating POs for freelancers. Pseudo translation is the simulation that creates a dummy file to make sure that we will have an exportable target at the end of the production. Pre-translation allows pre-filling our target segments with perfect and fuzzy matches from the TM. And finally, verification gives us errors, warnings, and information notes on quality checks. For larger projects with multiple target languages, it is a great time saver to have these 4 steps processed once for all languages. And now my colleague Alexandra will present the issues we encountered with the configuration of a Trados package.
I will be going over the steps that we followed when we open our project package in Trados. So you go to Open Package, and then you look for your package and you open it. And then in Browse, you're going to select a new folder to save your package. In the next window that you will see, you can see the documents that are in your package and the word count. So then you just click Finish, and your package is going to be imported. And then when it's done, you close the window. Then you go to your project, you click on it, and you select your language from the left-hand side menu. And then you click on your file again. And then once the file opened, this is where we realized that there was no translation memory or term base connected. So we went to the project settings, we checked again at the language level and at the all language pairs level. And as you can see, there was no translation memory. So what we did is we uploaded a file-based translation memory So here we added it to the file, to the project. And then we did the same thing for the term base. We did it manually. Now you have a translation memory and a term base connected to the project, and we were able to start translating. So now in this next part, we're going to go over how to set up future project packages to ensure that we include important resources like the TM and the translation, the term base. So here you create a project, and here you select the documents that you're going to include. In the next part, you can either create one package or one package for every project language. And the advantages of this second option would be that you could separate the word count per translator. But in our case, it's just one translator, so we create just one package. Then you select your user, your translator. You can add a due date, and you can also include a comment for your translator. Then you click on next. And this is the part where you select your different options of like important resources to include with your package, like create a new file for each project or include an existing project translation or not include any of these files. You also have the chance to include or remove automated translation provider information or reports in your project packages. And at the bottom, you have the option to include also the file-based resources or not include them, which is a main translation memory and your term base. So once you decide on the files, you click finish and your package should be created. Okay, now Ria is going to go over what went wrong in our project.
It was very interesting to realize how similar this course assignment was to a real project. Most elements were present. Our professor as the client, teammates as internal and external resources, deadlines, workflows, CAD tools, and linguistic assets. And as with any localization project, some things went wrong. We got dangerously close to our deadline. We had to tackle frustrating technology issues. We had schedule conflicts, last-minute edits, and sometimes consensus was not easy to reach. Here lies the most valuable part of this learning journey. How do we respond to these challenges, how creative and resourceful we are, and what lessons can we take away to improve in the future? A big takeaway is risk management. To be able to identify potential problems and prepare for them means less frustration in the future. Risk can be coming to us from many directions, including deadlines, technology, communication, availability, quality, budget, workflows. Safeguards against these risks can be to triple check new methods before we use them for the first time, to check availability of additional resources, to leave room in the budget and the deadline, to test different methods for exchanging files with all stakeholders, to test files pre- and post-production, to pseudo-translate, to have alternative deliverable formats that allow more compatibility, and finally, to test and check all files before delivery. A couple of last points in conclusion. It really pays off to explore new software or new features in software we are already using, to actively try and optimize our processes and be more efficient, and finally, to create an environment where teamwork can shine.
Thanks for watching our presentation, and I hope you enjoyed it. And we hope that you also learned from our project experience. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.